Episode 21, and it's raining. Why? Welcome to episode 21. Anyway, for those of you that know me, you know I hate the rain. The rain is directly connected to my happiness. I could probably do some work on that, but I'm fine with it. When it rains, everything that all my businesses are negatively affected by the rain. So sometimes they're not. Sometimes WaterPro has a bit of a spike because people come in and buy stuff because it's raining. But ultimately, if it's raining, people can't work. And if people can't work and they can't put irrigation systems or landscape suppliers in, and if they can't put them in, they don't need to buy them. And then I get sad. I think there's also a connection between vitamin D and that, so like the rain and is tied into the sun not being up, and I'm not getting as much vitamin D. And interestingly, the more I'm aware of it, the more I'm dealing, like, obviously with it. So it wasn't what I was going to talk about today, but stuff it. We'll go down that rabbit hole. So for me, being conscious of my emotions is really important. I've talked about this very briefly before in vlogs. I don't even think the one that I talked about it in is live yet, but as a leader, your people will watch what you do more than listen to what you say. And so a leader that requires all staff to wear safety equipment but then doesn't wear the safety equipment themselves will find a team full of people that don't wear safety equipment. And I find that the emotions of the business can be directly tied to the leader in any individual case. So my mood is important, and I need to be very careful about what I say, because it might be a throwaway sentence that turns into a week-long saga inside any of the businesses. So I guess as I've gotten older, I've become more aware and more conscious of my mood during winter, and the things that I'm doing to ensure that I don't get negatively affected by potential downturns in business. And I guess the gloominess are as follows. 1, I take vitamin D supplements orally if I'm getting that feeling. 2, reduction or elimination of alcohol helps me feel good. And I know that's contrary to what you would think, but it does. 3, having a lot of cash in the bank, enough to cover a half a year of operational costs, definitely reduces your emotional dips when there's a downturn. Now, that's almost it. I'd say number 4, I keep myself busy. If you're busy working towards some pretty hefty goals, those dips ultimately, like right now, and I'm not kidding, all I care about right now is September. I am like we're about to go into obviously we've got a couple of good months left of the season, and then it's going to go into like June, July and August. I would happily move out of South Australia June, July and August and go live in a warm climate, do some planning, do some meditation, do some yoga, lose 500 kilos, all of the little like self-development things that might need to be taken care of, learn something new, open a new location, start a new business, do some thinking, learn how to use TikTok better, anything else but operating in South Australia. And unfortunately the reality is that we can't, because we've got roots here and I can't pull the kids out of school legally for 3 months. And anyway, so all I can do is make sure that I make the most of it, and that is keeping myself healthy, keeping myself chemically balanced, and having cash reserves in the bank. And that's it. I know it sounds pretty simple, but a lot of people don't do it. So that's going to take time for young business owners to work towards, but if you can get there, you will be much more calm with the peaks and troughs. It might not be winter rain for you. It might be summer heat if you're an air conditioning company. No, I don't know. Anyway, you can apply it to any emotional imbalance. So if you can keep yourself in check, everyone else will stay in check, and the world will be a much better place. I will end with a quote that I will not get right, but I believe it was Billy Connolly that said, "There is no such thing as bad weather, just bad clothing choices." So you could go with that one as well. Thank you for tuning in today. for episode number 21 of In the Car with Clint. If you have any questions or comments, you know where to stick them. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, you are missing out on these gems that could transform your business and your life. Anyway, thank you. See you soon.